Hi guys, Laura Clark here, Gold Wellness Advocate. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit today about what ranks are, what rank advancements look like, how to do rank advancements. I'm just going to do really basics of showing you the rank planner that is in the files of our business group of Sharers and Builders. So I'll show you that form, but we're going to really talk mostly about elites and premiers and why those two ranks are important for you to get to. I'm going to share my screen. Un momento. Share screen. So this is in the file section of the Builder Sharer group, and it is called, let me show you. So in our Builder Sharer group, which is a private group, so if people are seeing this on YouTube, this is a private group that I have for my builders and sharers. We allow hostesses in for just a couple weeks so that they can see how they can earn. But otherwise, if they're not interested in building the business, then we remove them from our group, and it is a private group. You won't be able to be in this group because I only let people in this group that I know and that I'm working with, or that one of my builders is working with. So if you're finding this on YouTube, I hope that you can glean some information, but don't ask to be invited into the group. It's just for my team. So I'm going to show you in files. So there is doTERRA. See how files is over here? And I'm not sure what it would look like mobile, but on my PC, this is what it looks like, files. And then you go over here, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about one of these worksheets, and also this right here, the doTERRA rank snapshots. You open that up, download it on your computer, keep it on your desktop, and just when my first 3 years, I looked at that thing all the time. I was obsessively looking at that thing. I'm learning what ranks are and seeing how close I was to ranking up. It was the easiest. There's a lot of images out there of rank snapshots, but this one was the easiest one for me to visualize, and I hope that you'll find it super easy to visualize also. So let's take a look at this. So this is it, rank snapshots. It's just circles. So in the rank snapshots, in this one, it does not talk about these average incomes, by the way, are very outdated. They're a lot more than this. This was in the beginning. I think that this was actually created, well, I started 4.5 years ago, and I found it back then. So this was created a lot back then. It's greatly gone up. I should try to rewrite this. I could probably redo this and put like a little updated amounts down there. So elite, it doesn't talk about manager or director or executive. I mentioned that in one of my other videos, but we're going to focus today on elite and premier. So what is an elite? An elite is someone who in their organization and all of their customers, their front line, their second line, whatever, anywhere in their organizational volume is 3,000. They have 3,000 in their organization in volume. All right, so why is elite important? Because elite is the building block of silver, and silver is the building block of platinum, and silver is also the building block of diamond. Once you learn how to become an elite, you can teach other people how to become an elite. When you can teach 3 other people how to become elite, you just duplicate what you did in yourself, try to remove the mistakes that you made, and teach other people quicker, faster ways to become elite. Once you learned how to become an elite through my help, through my builder's help, you will learn how to create other elites, okay? You won't know how to make an elite until you become an elite. You're going to see the missteps. You're going to see the wins. You're going to see the fails. That's all part of it. That's all part of any business. Fails happen, wins happen. And you will learn from that as you're building your business on your way to elite. Once you learn how to make 3 elites, you just became silver. When you have 3 people that you personally enrolled, you become silver. Once you have 4 elites, you become diamond. How long does it take to make an elite? I'm going to show you something on the worksheet in just a minute, and it's going to blow your mind. Like, we make this business too difficult. This should be very, very easy. I work a full-time job. A lot of my builders work full-time jobs. I have one builder who works multiple jobs, and she still finds time to talk to people about her business and to work on her business. But even busy people like us, you know, there's a saying, if you want something to get done, tell the busiest woman that you know. But busy people get stuff done. So when people come to me and say, oh, I'm too busy for this or for that, I understand and I can relate, but when you want something bad enough, you make the time. And I've sacrificed a lot to make the time to build to elite. I got to elite in approximately 3 months. I got to premier in approximately 6 months. And then I crashed. And some different things went on in my organization, some different distractions with me. I was building towards power of 3, which is my big warning. Don't build to a power of 3. And I was plugging holes instead of putting people in certain legs that would have gotten me to premier, would have gotten me to silver. I probably would have been diamond by now. All right. So that's one of the missteps that I learned that I'm trying to teach people. How long would it take you to get elite? Elite can take you 3,000 OV. So let's just break that down. An average class is 500. So that's an average of 6 classes. So you could get to elite in a month. If you had 6 classes in 1 month, if you're a non-working mama, or if you're a working woman and my age, I don't have children. I have grandchildren. I am really, really busy. I do a lot of other stuff besides work in my business. But, and realistically, somebody can have 6 classes a week. More realistically, a lot of people will have 4. Now, there's people who went after this big time, like Kristen Pardue and Stephanie Martin, who are having 10 classes a month. I didn't mean a week, you guys. It is a month. 6 classes a month will get you to elite in a month. If you got to elite in 1 month, how long would it take you to teach 3 other people to get to elite? You won't find these 3 people right away. You'll find 1 right away, or you'll make a ghost builder right away. And then the other ones come. But if you teach them to get to elite as fast as you did in a month or 2, then you could literally get to silver in your first 6 months. That's in a really good, perfect, hardworking world, all right? Actually, there's people that get to silver in their first three months because they got to elite in their month. And while they're getting to elite, they have a person working with them, and they're helping them to get to elite. So it can be done very, very quickly with some dedication and some commitment and just running for it, right? So elite is important because it is the building block of diamond. What's the building block of blue diamond? It's gold. Do you know what the jump is between this income and this income? It's multiples of tens of thousands of dollars. So I know people who are presidential diamond, and I know how much they make a month. It took them approximately 4.5 years to get there, and they're making more in a month than I make in a year. So is it worth the hard work to get to these ranks? Yep. All right, so that's elite, 3,000 in your overall organizational volume. Doesn't matter where they're placed. It doesn't matter how they're stacked. It doesn't matter there's no, what's the word? There's no placement strategy in this. It's a mistake not to have some placement strategy, but there is none. An elite is 3,000 anywhere in any leg in your organization. Now let's talk about structure. That's the word I'm looking for. Let's talk about structure. I teach all of my builders to work towards Premier. You'll get to silver, but you need to really work towards Premier. I'll show you why in a second. So if this is you and you have your first class and your best friend Sally enrolls and you put her right here, okay? And then let's say 3 other people at your first class enroll, put them all under Sally. Hey, Sally, do you want to run with this business with me? Do you want to do business with me? We get along so great. We think alike, or we have opposite strengths. We would work together. We're a good team. Do you want to do this business with me? And Sally says yes. So when you have your first class, you put all of your people under Sally. Let's say your second class, third class, let's say you have a second class and nobody wants to be your second person. Nobody said, you say, Betty, you're my best friend. Would you like to run with this business with me? And she says, oh, no, I don't think so. I really like oils, but I don't have the time or the energy to do it as a business. And she declines. Okay, then everybody who enrolled at that class, including Betty, they all go under Sally. You start putting people underneath Sally like it's no tomorrow. She's the one that wants to run with you. Everybody you enroll goes under Sally until you find another one. You find another person who's willing to do this business with you. And then you're having classes, right? Sally's having classes. Sally's putting people underneath herself. And we're all learning this together. And I'm teaching you how to place under Sally even, and even under Sally's builders. This is Premier, is how you place for yourself and how you teach your people to place. You teach everybody to build to Premier, and I'll show you what's going to happen. So this is you, this is Sally, and now this is Margaret. And these 2 people, in your first 2-3 months, you could go Premier because they only need 2,000. For you to be Premier, you need 2 legs. They each have to have 2,000 in organizational volume. They don't have to be an elite yet, okay? These are not elites that you have here. Once you have 3 elites, you're silver, but we're talking about Premier. This is you. You have Sally. Did Sally build? Yeah, Betty did not. You have Sally and you have Margaret. Sally has been having classes because she wants to run with you and do this business. Margaret, oh, she's a sharer. She does want to do the business. She's off to a slow start though, but she's had a couple classes and she's got 2,000 in volume underneath her. Now, let's say when you first started, you did not hear what I just said, and you put Allison and Lori and Jennifer up here. You didn't stack everybody underneath Sally like I'm telling you to. Those people all count in volume. When they're ordering, how to get Premier is to have at least 2,000 underneath each of your 2 legs for an overall total volume of 5,000. Let's suppose this scenario happens. Sally says, yeah, I want to do the business. Betty says, yeah, I want to do the business. So you've got a Betty. This is Betty. And then Margaret says, yeah, I want to do the business. And you put Margaret up here. Let's say Betty starts to have some classes and then she fizzles out. She's like, that was fun. I've got my power of 3. I'm getting $50 in free oils every month. But grandma's sick and I can't do this business anymore. Her volume still counts. So if you need 2 legs with 2,000 each, and then one of your other legs fizzles out, it still counts because you need 5,000 total. So Sally's only getting 2,200, and Margaret is only getting 2,300. But you still need another 500. Well, that's coming from Margaret who fizzled out, right? So it is Premier is 1 leg with 2,000 or more. The second leg with 2,000 and more, but your overall volume needs to be 5,000. And the other remaining 1,000 can come from this leg, or all from this leg, or half from this leg, whatever, any other combination. The other 1,000 can be overall on top of this too. This lake has to be a minimum of 2,000. This lake has to be a minimum of 2,000. Let's say you have no other extra people out here, but you have a person with 2,500 and a person with 2,500, you're premier. You have a person with 2,200 and a person with 2,800, that's 5,000 K in volume, you're a premier. Any combination of 5,000 is premier. Why is premier important? You know what happens when you get premier? Every single month that you get premier and you have personally enrolled one person, on top of your other pays that we've talked about in my other plans, you just made approximately a $200 check. You get one extra share. It's called the empowerment bonus. The empowerment bonus is based on rank, and it's based on all you had to do was enroll one person that month. Last October, doTERRA found that people were getting stuck at Premier. I got stuck at Premier. People were getting stuck at Premier, and then they were getting tired, and they weren't getting those leadership bonuses yet that Silver and above get. So in October, doTERRA, to keep the growth of their company amazing and to help people not to give up, they decided to give them the empowerment bonus. So how you make the empowerment bonus is you need to be at least a premier. Premiers and silvers can make this bonus. It only is for premiers and silvers. It's the lower leadership ranks. And it's to encourage you to keep on enrolling and to keep on building your business. So all you have to do is be a premier or be a silver, enroll one person in the calendar month of 100 PV. That person has to be 100 PV order or more. And you just made one share of doTERRA's profits. Watch the other videos. And it averages to be about $200. So I had a month where I did not enroll anybody that month. I was going on the last day of the month and I didn't enroll anybody. You know what I did? I gifted as a wedding gift an enrollment, a membership with $100 in oils, and I made $200. So it wasn't that I was desperate. It was that, hey, I could pay $100 and get a new member and give my wedding gift. It's an awesome wedding gift, and I'm going to make my empowerment bonus. So that's like a win-win. I was going to spend money on that wedding gift anyways. And by the way, that young lady orders every month and has been for the last 1.5 years, 2 years since she's been married. Let me let my dog in just a second. Sorry. It's cold out there. He was wanting in. He's going to sit here. You're going to hear him in a minute. He's going to start begging. He thinks that he's a cat. Ever since I got a kitten, he is spoiled because I feed my kitten dry food and a little bit of wet food every day. And so now, my fault, but I totally got him used to having a little tablespoon of wet cat food mixed into his food. So hopefully he won't start begging. If I tell him to go away, that's why, because he's noisy. So anyways, Premier bonus is the first rank that you will get a leadership bonus. And that just changed in October out of the generosity of the company and seeing a need that needed to be filled. All right, so that's why you want to get to elite, to teach others how to get to elite so that you will rank up, so that they can learn how to become silver by teaching other people. It's just duplication. So, and then Premier, look what Premier is the root of. Premier is the building block to gold. I'm a gold level. Oh, I see. That's a huge range. The average gold income, I think the last I looked, it was 4,800. So here's a secret for you. I made gold. I made gold many months ago. I've never made gold a second time. So even though I'm a gold rank, I get paid silver. So I will get paid the gold bonuses any month that I hit gold. But I have never hit gold a second time yet. I came close this last month, this last GoGo month. I was very, very close. But I got paid silver and I got huge bonuses anyways, and I had a ton of volume. So I'm good with that. All right. Now I got to tell you another little secret here. You can be platinum and you can making as much as a diamond, even though you're not getting the diamond bonus. It just depends on that unilevel. That unilevel is nuts. So at some time, ask me, maybe sometime in our group, I'm going to put in here, in one of my leadership groups, somebody asked a question to all the gold, to all the ranks out there. Hey, what's your rank? How many people are in your organization? What's your average paycheck? I mean, people are very transparent. There was like 100 replies to that. So that was very interesting to compare some platinums that were making more, well over more than what a diamond was making. There were silvers making more than what a gold makes. It all just depends on that unilevel. Do you remember in one of the other videos of the how to earn videos is that unilevel becomes the biggest portion of your commission check, of your paycheck. Unilevel is where it's at, and that's why you want to stack deep, and you want to help others to rank up and to stack underneath them. You want to help them grow a business so that your unilevel and your business grows bigger. Okay. So anyways, so gold is having 3 premiers under you. So I'm gold. I have my Sherry. Sherry has her Nicole and Kathy. And Heather has Hillary, her sister. These are my 2 daughters. And Chelsea. And Tracy has Michelle and has Danielle. So Tracy hits Premier when there's enough volume under Michelle and underneath Daniel, who are not official builders, but they allowed us to stack people under them. All right. So they were making income. They frequently make power of 3. And if they order a certain amount a month, they make a commission check on all the people that we put under them. They didn't sponsor. Michelle hasn't sponsored anybody, but she's making income. Bless her heart, she let me build a business underneath her. I don't do that very often, but I needed to have that done at the time that I did it. So bless her heart that she allowed me to put customers underneath her, because she's getting a paycheck every month that she places $100 LRP. Same with Danielle. Danielle tells people about it. She's a sharer. She's not actively building the business. But again, Tracy and I are having classes and putting all of our acquaintances and coworkers and friends underneath Danielle. And Danielle, whenever she places a $100 LRP order, she makes a commission check. Not just on a power of 3. Maybe she gets the power of 3, maybe she doesn't, but also on the unilevel on everybody below her. So gold, again, is having 3 premiers under you, and a premier is somebody who has 5,000 in organizational volume with at least one leg of 2,000 and at least another leg of 2,000. Gold, once you see how the duplication works, once you learn how to become elite and you teach other people, you become silver. Once you become a premier and you learn how and you teach other people to become premier, you're a gold. Once you've learned how to become a gold, you know how to become a blue diamond. You're teaching to become a gold. You taught 3 people to become premier. This takes longer, obviously. This is an average of 4 years, I believe, 3 or 4 years. So if you're working hard at it, you can average doing this and be set for the rest of your life. This is willable income, so you will be setting your family, your children up for the rest of their life. This is willable income. It's residual income. I can tell you for a fact that if Kristen Pardue takes a month off of work and goes to Italy, which actually she's done before, maybe not a whole month, but She travels a lot. She's home with her babies, which is her dream come true, is to be home with her babies. If she could take time off. She doesn't have to go to work. She has built this up. Residual income is magical because it gives you time freedom once you get to these levels. As a gold or being paid as a silver, I took a month off because of holidays. I took about 2 months off because of holidays. I did a little bit here and there. I talked to people. I enrolled a couple of people, but I did not have the push and the drive that I had for all these years before. I had a little break of about 2 months. And then all of a sudden I had a family emergency for another month and a half. And the power of residual income was that even though I was doing very, very little, my checks grew in those 3 months. It was pretty incredible. And it's very eye-opening when you finally realize the power of residual income. If I took a month and a half or 3.5 months off from work, I don't have enough vacation time for that. I wouldn't get paid. If I had to take FMLA off to handle my family emergency and be off for a month and a half, you don't get paid for that. So residual income is amazing. And once you learn how to help other people grow businesses and partner with them and have fantastic friendship, business relationships with them, and you just want to see people win, there's just not anything better than that. And the residual income is a huge blessing that is a byproduct of that. So get to Elite, learn how, do it. Get to Premier, learn how, do it, and the rest of it is in your hands. The rest of it is doable. And so that's today's video. Grandkids are here, school's out. I'm gonna sign off. Let me stop share. Hi.